That's good. Bring that into play. Thank you. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. Thanks for supporting the channel. I hope you're all having a magical day. We have Rakdos Regents, a discard deck focusing around some hefty flyers and, stealing our opponent's creatures. Of course, if we're using discard, Tigrid has to be in the fray as well. We're going to break down the deck list, talk about the strategies, synergies, showcase all of that in the gameplay footage, and then wrap up with our final thoughts. Like the video to show your support, and let's take a look at today's deck. This is a 60 card, best of one, standard, 3.3 average mana value, 14 non-creatures, 22 creatures to 24 land deck, pushing us up to 26 with Kazal's Fury, and you'd never notice it with today's Shuffler. The split within mana is fairly skewed towards that black, but the red is very, very important, and there's a little bit of treasures in the build through the painter. When it enters, create a treasure, and that treasure can mana fix for us as we go. Only double black spells, which shouldn't be too much of a problem considering the way that our land is weighted, 11 to 7, and actually technically I guess it'd be 13 to 7 with the Haunted Ridge to fill the gap back to 11, but also swinging for both teams, which is really nice. So talking about the discard, we have Acquisitions Expert. You'll get to look at the top 2 if you play it after the Elder Fang, if not just 1, and then, discard that card, right? Disciple, they're just discarding at their own, prerogative. And of course, then we have No Way Out. Discard 2, create a 2/2, which is amazing because then we move into something like the Return, and we'll sacrifice that zombie to deal 3 damage to any target. And then the second phase here is each player discards a card, amazing, and then return creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter and haste on it until your next turn, which is really cool. And then since we're so focused on all of the discard, we have 2 options. The God of Fright, a 4/5 with Menace, and whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from the graveyard into the battlefield under our control. Great. We have Soul Shatter along with the Discord to help us, get their creatures. And then more importantly, the Westgate Regent for 5, a 4/4 with flying. Ward, discard a card, right? So we want to get their hand empty so they can't target Regent with anything because they can't pay the ward cost. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put that many +1/+1 counters on it, which is really cool. So that should be pretty big, pretty quick. And then we have Kazal's Fury to fling it at our opponent for lethal, which is really nice. The Moonveil Regent is here as well because it is a theme deck, Rakdos Regents. Whenever it dies, it will deal damage equal to the number of permanents we own. So, it could be up to 2 if we have, say, the Painter in play or something. And then also, whenever we cast, we can discard our hand to draw cards equal to the colors of that permanent, right? So, discarding everything, drawing 2 with a dual color spell and 1 with a single, right? And that's going to just keep us going through our deck, which is really nice. And potentially it's a 4/4, actually a 5/5 attacker with haste from the grave if it comes back. Really, really, really cool stuff. Eye of the High Tyrant here for the creature-based land in case we suffer some field wipes to help us keep going, right? So your main strategies and synergies, ramp into Tigrid. Get this out of there with the Painter. That's great. You can also play it from the grave if you want. That's going to be fine as well. And then, just focus on the discard, focus on the sacrifice on top of it, and then get Westgate out, and then they won't be able to target it, and you can fling it at them, right? That's that. Like the video to show your support. Let's get into today's gameplay footage. We toss this, looking for better land. Thank you. Painter goes. And finally, something that's assembling a nice hand. Cobra's really good. Let's try to get that ramp going. If we can get Tigrid out immediately, that's the best. They're at 4 already. And they spend it. Oh my god. Now they've got Flash, which is irrelevant. Nope. Make the wolves. That's good. Hit for 2. I'll trade. Land out. Force discard 2. Make the decay. They're still in a good spot.
We'll catch them by surprise.
Path to the festival is fine. The ramp. Choose your weapon. Some of these cards in here give me hope, but I'm really worried with what they did on their opening turns. We're bricking. Let's get rid of a wolf. And the only way we get it back to daytime is if we double drop. It sucks, but we have to do it. We'll try whatever we can do. Get this back to dayside. Like, still not good. Bit of a problem. They can plus for flash again.
On my signal, the hunt.
They also get +1/+1 counters from it. And they don't cast, so we're back to night. Regent out first, no attacks. They can swing in for quite a bit. Alright, I think it's got Indestructible, Trample, and Haste. Their 4th land in play. They could also just add 2, so this pushes them to 6. A Goldspan Dragon. Frig off, Randy. That's so good. That takes our Soul Shatter away from anything else. We basically just pray. We would draw and get a Goldspan. That would be really good. But, like, this is a pipe dream. This is such a pipe dream. They only have 2 cards to deal with us. We have 20 life. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried. Most notably against, like, what's that big guy's name? It's like, he makes 2/2 wolves, and he can pay 4 to fight. So I'm worried about that. They're at 6. Oh. So that will save them. Interesting. That's good. Bring that into play. Thank you. Let's hit the walker. If we get rid of the Goldspan Dragon, so be it. Just a decent hit. We've got the chump blockers within these plants. They can land. Oh no, they can't landfall them because they need the sculpture in play. These don't have any abilities, right? The ability lies within the World Sculptor. which is good. I'm glad we have it. And we're back after Goldspan, hopefully. Uh-oh. Vorinclex? No way. Holy. This is great. I really like this. Land out. Push up our little Plansky-Lanskys. Take the Vorinclex. Draw a card. Good game. Nice. It's cool to see it actually pan out and work. I like this very much. Okay, at least they didn't one drop on us. Right, that is good. Clerics. So we need to kill this thing immediately, which means it's Painter return, hit for 3, and we hope it's not a Luminarch Aspirant to push it to 4. We pray. Please, Lord. Just play, like, oh, dare I say it, a Righteous Valkyrie. No, I do not want that either. A priest. Pretty gross, but I think we can survive it. We kill the cleric first, but the priest is also ultra annoying. No blocks. Ouch. We can get Tigrid in and then just like snag their stuff, maybe. Maybe. TikTok. No, your device didn't freeze. Our opponent did. Yeah, I think we just have to go for it. Kill you, and we're still fairly scrizooed, but next turn, we'll discard our Tigrid, I guess. And we have, double discard with the creatures to defend. So we need that Regent at this point, right? The Westgate, we're getting close enough. They're bricking, so we're getting really lucky even though they're throttling us. And then it's Cleric first, and then we'll get to look at both of those last cards. And we might just get a scoop. We need it, right? We need it. Yeah, I think we might just get roped out here. A really entertaining match for the viewers, I'm sure. Now they're thinking about it. They're like, shoot, which one of these cards do I get rid of? They have plenty of life. They need the third land for the Righteous Valkyrie. Guaranteed that's what they're trying to do. Get roped, yo. No, we're okay. So they actually discard a card they could use. I find that interesting. We get to look at the rest of their hand. Wow, these are both really bad. They can recast the creature with Disturb, so we get rid of the Luminarch. They'll need a 1-drop black on top of the Veteran to gain life. They get that third land. Well, we could just block this. Take 3. Helpful. We take T-Grid. And just like that, right on time. Or do we wait and see what they drop? Let's hit for 5. End our turn. Hold up Soul Shatter. Ha ha ha. Absolutely perfect. I'll take you. No blocks. Take the 4 damage. There it is. So, return out. Kill a veteran. Hit for 5. Discard the Westgate unless we draw a land. Phantom in play. It's alright. Taking 4. This is maybe more risky than I want it to be. So let's toss this, and we'll play the Regent right now. Three defenders. Let's hit for 5. Down to 9. We can easily chump block. If they have removal, they're going to get in for 1. This is pretty sick. We force the discard. Hopefully we get something cool. Oh, it's a land. I'll still take it, though. I will accept that little piece there. Tap the Lantern, 3 damage, unless they sack maybe a land, I don't know. They sack the Cleric, gain 1 life, Priest goes up, we take it, we gain a bunch of life because we have Righteous Valkyrie too. And we hit for 5, 6, 7. We'll keep that to defend, I guess. They could go down to 1. Phantom's gone, that's fine. Down to 5. It was a disturbed creature, so it goes into exile when it dies. Another Skyclave, up to 7, 6/6 Priest, and we have lethal. It doesn't matter. We'll just take the damage. Down to 2. And smash for lethal. The quickest way. Give him a hello, good game on the way out. Bye-bye. Going first with decent land, but can we draw the 3rd and 4th? That's going to be the question. I think we will. We will. Here's a land right there. Not. Oh, there's like 26 or 27. Yeah, I think 26 lands in the deck. 24, 25, 26, yeah. And we're not finding any of them. Holy Toledo's, look at us go. Can we get that fourth land? Can we get that fourth land? I mean, chances are we should without a problem, but you know how it goes. You know how it goes. Discard 2 is great. It's going to take them down to 3. They lose a land, they lose removal. This Dragon's Egg is pretty good. That's their third land. Crush the Weak wipes out our field. It actually kind of sucks. Fury untapped. Whatever, man. Just get out of here. There's an Allrund. And they lose the rest of their cards. Oh, it was a Memory Deluge. But they're never going to cast that on 3 mana. Land off the top. Hit for 2. We could have actually dealt 3 damage instead. I want to force the discard. Right? Like if, say it's a gold span, and they don't draw the land, they're forced to discard it. Or I guess they'd have 2. I don't know. I think we'll just discard our Regent. It's attacking next turn regardless, because it has haste. And then we get that last card in their hand. I think that's in their hand still. No. This is Foretold. What is this? I'm confused. That's their hand. So this is Foretell. Why is this card face down? So confused. Our turn. Regent in play. And they can't deal with it. Unless it's something in exile. Right? Because the ward stops them from being able to cast what's in their hand. So if they're going to deal with it, they need to draw, deal with it, discard, which still leaves them with an empty hand. 10 damage, I doubt it. It's probably just a bounce effect, and we replay, and they're stuck in the loop. Yeah, we could have got an extra point of damage on the zombie. It's okay, though. For 10, and we already played our cliffs, but it is what it is. So they have to discard here. It was a gold span, nice. They grab environmental sciences, I assume. Regent in play, land in play. Now we won't have more than 4 cards than them. They can draw 2 with 3 mana. Then a land in play, I assume. They're doing really good for where they started. We really need to close this out. Land in play. Take our hits. The Haven's tapped. Painter out. And our turn, and we're protected. Oh, of course it is. Nice. What if they still beat us? Play a land, another all-around. What is this card? It's not foretold. I don't know how it got into exile for them to have access to it. I have no idea what this card is. The Dragonfire's fine. Whatever. I don't think they're dealing with the Regent. They're just killing the Painter. That's irrelevant, really. 3 mana up for a counterspell. Plus they have the blockers. There's one crow. Here's another crow. Potentially lethal, but I don't know. Could be a counterspell. It is. I hope it's a divide by... Well, no, then they could just divide the Westgate. Shoot! I discard. Get that back. Crow is gone. They are navigating Westgate back in play for 1 down to 7. They're actually navigating this. Incredible. It just goes to show you how messed up this deck is. It's so silly. So silly. That's not in their hand. If they try to keep cards in hand, well, maybe this does it, I don't know. To deal with the Regents, then we need to get rid of it, but it's probably going to be Divide, which is instant speed again. So, whew. Yeah, like, this friggin' deck, man. It's good. Especially once it gets the mana. So Goldspan is great. We wasted our removal on the crows. I was trying to get it. I thought we would. No blocks. Land in play. We force the discard. Another iteration. You are a dirty, dirty dog. No attacks. We need a Fury. We need a Soul Shatter. We need a Regent. We need a Tigrid. Big Deluge for next turn. I don't know why they're casting it now. Maybe just to get the land in play. Or they have a bounce spell for 1. And they just need the extra card to discard. The comeback here is real. Without a doubt. Like, we were in such a good place to start this match. And they just had every perfect answer. And they are continuing to have said answers as well. No blocks. See where we get. I bet we push them down to 3. They bounce their own dragon. Might not be bad. And they probably have another Allrund. They do bounce their own dragon. Gross. Unless it's a saw it coming, foretold. Which it must be. Dirty dog. Okay, that's good for them, right? Like, they are getting through this match nicely. Like, really, really well. Our backs at this point are against the wall. Even more so than their own. That counterspell was clutch. Everything was clutch this match. It's an all-runs epiphany. Guaranteed. How else would you close out the game? That's that mystery card that's been in, like... No, that says it's in their hand. Yeah, good game, man. Another all-run deck. Big surprise. Perfectly navigated. That is a good game. Just get wrecked, streamer. All right. All-run's epiphany. You know what? I'm so sick of you. It seems like a fairly competitive environment for 80% Mythic. LOL. Are you guys honestly in the 20 minutes left in the season going to hit the top 1500 from 90%? I don't think so. But hey, keep casting those all runs, keep winning those games, and that's all that matters. For me personally, on the last days of the season, I love to just bring out the jank, right? I'll be competitive later when we're reaching Mythic, right? For those first couple weeks of the season. And then I want to play the jank, right? There's multiple sides to this game, and I like to enjoy them all. What do you guys think of the deck? Was it a cool theme? How could we, you know, fine tune it, right? Because I do think what we're sitting on is fairly competitive. Obviously, you know, not as good as All Run's Epiphany, but the discard with both Westgate and Tigrid seems really nice. Bringing it back immediately with haste is really cool. Plus the discard and the damage. So, you know, I really like the deck, but I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about it. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. Have a magical day. Like the video to show your support, and we'll see you soon in the next deck.